expanded to a week-long festival beginning December 17th on the Julian calendar, which the Romans used at the time. The winter solstice fell on December 25th.
Right.
All right, and it says during Saturnalia, work, businesses came to a halt, schools, courts of law closed, and normal social patterns were suspended. People decorated their homes with wreath and other greenery and shed their traditional togas in favor of colorful clothes known as synthesis. Right. So hey, that's what is going on today. All right, this is that day where everything is closed out here. All right, see, me and the brother just trying to go, use a restroom out here at some damn restaurant. Hey, it's closed, man. You can't use the restroom because everybody's closed down. Yep. All stores, everything is put to a halt on this day. Seeing people over here decorating everything, right? Yeah. Decorating your house,
right
deck
there,
the halls and shit.
And he's wearing the clothes,
Yeah, because it's a pagan, all right? Saturnalia, that's going into Saturnalia, you know that?
Hey.
Y'all celebrating a Roman pagan holiday, man, all right? But that's for you. That's for you, though, all right?
Yeah,
but for us, we don't celebrate that type of stuff. That's what the heathen do. That's okay. Because the Most High said don't serve the other gods, okay, of the other nations. So the Most High gave them over to the god of Saturn. He gave them over to Zeus. Okay, he gave them over to these reprobate spirits, you see? So they're cool with it. But us, as Israel, we're not supposed to be celebrating Saturnalia. You're not supposed to be You're not supposed to be decking your whole house, man. All right?
For no reason.
Yeah, for no reason.
They're real jolly, man. You saw them people, that was jolly, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's what it tells you. They got jolly on that day. And man, if you don't really know what the type of feast they had, the feast they really was having, man, was really like homosexual type of feasts. Yeah. So it would really be the men getting down.
Yep.
And if the women came, they would be serving and shit, That's how it was working, man. The men was out there having fun and shit, drinking, getting drunk, and doing what Edomites do, okay? But then the women would just be there, kind of serving everybody. They wouldn't be messing with the women though, because that's typical Edomites, you see. And like I said, man, that whole holiday is a pagan thing. Get that for me, John 4:22.
This is John chapter 4:22. It says, "Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jew."
Yes, so everybody's worshiping, man, and they don't even know what you're worshiping. All right, you Negro Latinos and you Native Americans, who would be the Israelites today. All right, when you celebrate this holiday, Christmas, you don't even know that you're really celebrating a pagan holiday. All right, you believe you're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. I want Jesus, Yahweh Shai, man. He wasn't born in no damn December. All right, this is the time of death. All right, that's why you got your different seasons. The winter season is like the season of death. You see, that's why before fall you got the trees kind of go down, and then you look at the trees now. It's like it's gone. There's no leaves. It's not green. You see, Yahushua was not born in that time. He was born in the time of life. All right, really going back to Isaac, when Isaac, when was it Abraham? Yeah, it was Abraham. Okay, Abraham. The angel came to Abraham, and he was like, "You're gonna have a son in the time of life," and that came Isaac. And we know that Isaac, okay, that was actually Yahushua in the regeneration. So Yahushua coming back on the earth, he's gonna come back in the time of life. So he was born during near the Passover season, right? He was born near like April and stuff like that. That's really when all things are starting to bloom and stuff. So you trying to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ on this day? Nah, you're celebrating Nimrod's birthday. That's what you're celebrating, okay? Because this is really December 25th. That was Nimrod's birthday. So there's so many different ways you could think about Christmas. You're celebrating Saturnalia, Nimrod's birthday. You're celebrating Christos Mas, which really just means death of Christ. Yep. And then what else out here? And then the Christmas tree, that really represents a rod. You see, because they would bow down to the rod. You see, that's what they would get a big ass rod, and then they would worship it. See, and you're celebrating. You're pretty much worshiping the god of Saturn. So a lot of people out here think it's some innocent holiday. That's what we say. Yeah. These devils, man, they you don't even know what they're making you worship. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of you people are gonna be destroyed because you don't want to, forsake the ways of Babylon the Great. All right, appreciate it.
Yeah. Ecclesiastes 1:9. It says, "The new things that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun." And there's no new thing under the sun. You see, because right now they celebrate Christmas, right? Right, the death of Yahushua. They celebrate these things, and this was supposed to be like a Saturnalia, you know. Back in Rome, this holiday, or you know, whatever day it was like the top holiday, man. You know, and they do the same thing now.
Yeah.
You know, and they keep these traditions to keep their society running, man. Because these nations that are not in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, well, at least not in righteousness, you know, these nations that do their thing of wickedness, man, who rule the earth, they have to leech off the darkness, man. They have to leech off of all this left-hand side wickedness to keep their society, their economy, their nation keep running, you know. So they didn't leave off from the right ways of Rome. All right, this is modern day Rome right now. Yeah. All right, Rome against Saturnalia, that thing was just like now, man. They deck their houses with lights. You have people dressing up like damn stupid, man. Right. You know, damn weirdos, man. Why are you dressing up on a fucking Christmas, man? Right. You know, nobody cares about that, man. Right. You know, that's childish.
All right, like elves and shit like that. Man.
You think there's some stupid ass Santa, man? You know, Santa's not coming. All right,
Satan.
Yeah, just a bunch of deceit.
You know, he's dressed up in red and stuff. That's really Satan, man.
Yeah, Satan.
All right, Satan out here. So right. Give me Jeremiah chapter 10 real quick, because I want to go into that. Because really, you know how he said there's no new thing under the sun. Yeah. All these things that you do in this day in society, it was done back in the ancient Rome. All right, and even before that, it was done back in the time of like Nimrod and all that. So you're living in Rome again, right? America is just an extension of Rome, right? Let me get that. Revelations 13, and I want to actually get 11. And I beheld another beast come out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And this beast that came out of the earth, all right, I'm not going to break it down in depth, but pretty much this is going into, all right, the 7 heads, 10 horns, okay, of Revelation. Okay, you got the beast, which just represented the EU, okay, but out of pretty much this horn, yeah, out of one of the heads, okay, one of the heads would be the Roman Empire, okay, on this beast. And at a point, the Roman Empire, they got destroyed. See, so that Roman Empire, it was wounded to death. That's why you go back to verses 3. It says, and I saw one of the heads as they were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast. Right. And I was just talking about the Roman Empire when it fell to a man named Septimius Severus, right? A so-called Negro, is when the Dark Ages issued in. But it says that another beast is going to come up out this Roman Empire, and that was America. America is only an extension of Rome, right? So you got 2 horns like a lamb, and speak as a dragon. It's going into its democracy and its republic. Just like Rome had democracy and a republic, America does that same thing. And it shows you the traits about America. That's the symbolism to give you the traits about this land, America, that they come off like a lamb, okay, like docile, like they're just a God-fearing country, like it's just this is just the land of the brave, right? But it speaks like a dragon, meaning that they are very deceitful. Like a dragon is just a big serpent. So that just goes into how like Christmas and all that stuff. Yeah. They're gonna tell you it's like such a little it's just you know, for the kids, you know, you guys just come together, it's a family time and stuff like that.
The birth of Jesus.
Yeah, it's just the birth. It's just an innocent little holiday, Christian holiday, right? But really behind this holiday, it's wicked, man. It's a pagan holiday. It's all these different rituals that you don't even know you're celebrating. Okay, you're worshiping the god of Saturn and Nimrod, and you're vowing. If you wake up and you're going under the tree, you're really going under like a so-called rod, you know. You got little kids over there like laughing and playing. When you're supposed to, like, bro, see? Yeah. So they speak like a lamb. They come off docile and innocent, but they're really lying about it. Okay, verse 12. He exercised, okay, it's talking about America. He exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and all that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So right, America will exercise the power of the first beast, Rome. See? Meaning everything, the laws, the legislations, the infrastructure, I mean anything that you could, the traditions, especially the Gregorian calendar, okay, the government way is set up here, everything is modeled after Rome, okay? We're just living in a modern day Rome, that's it, you see? And it says he caused all the world to wander after the beast. So that's why everybody is celebrating Christmas today around the globe, right? Like, what the fuck you got Elamite Indians out here celebrating Christmas, man? All right, like, you're supposed to be out there, you know, doing your own stuff, sacrificing to Krishna and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or Moabites, Chinese, you should be out there celebrating your own things, man. The year of the dog, the year of the rat, whatever it is. But now you want to be celebrating the way you want to be an American, pretty much. See, even you got people. Well, I wouldn't say Islam. I wouldn't say Iraq and that stuff is doing that shit. No. Probably not, nah. But that you still got people from Iraq, you know, Muslims trying to come over here and do that, because it says all nations wandered after the beast. Okay, all nations drunk of the wine of Babylon the Great. See, a lot of people gonna get destroyed because they worship, they know not what. You go ahead, get it.
This is Jeremiah. Let's start at 1.
Yeah, 10 and 1.
God, this is Jeremiah 10 and 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
So the Lord speaking to the house of Israel. All right, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
He's not speaking to the heathen because he said don't learn the way of the heathen. So the heathen can do it. All right, when you see Edomites celebrating Christmas, that's fine.
Yep.
Because that's what they've always done. Okay. But you, as an Israelite, you should not be in your pajamas on Christmas morning, man. All right, taking a Christmas picture and shit. No, that's wicked. Good.
Says, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Right. It's lucky. I just want to point out that on, I believe it was December the 21st, you had, I believe it was Saturn and Jupiter, they were linear, you know? And these heathen, they're dismayed at these type of things, man. They look up at the sky and they look at that as something extraordinary, you know? I believe this happened like every 800 years. I'm not very sure, but yeah, don't quote me on that. But basically, this happens every once in a while, and it's something extraordinary, like I said. So people, they worship that, you know, they're dismayed, and therefore they count it as a god. And our people too, you know, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they wanna go and worship that like the heathen do, man. That's why the Lord said, don't follow after the ways of the heathen, man. Don't go and do that, you know. They're dismayed at it, they don't understand it, but you know better, man. The Lord told you what the stars were for, man. All right, it's for you to, you know where you're going in the times and the, you know, the signs. Us, we're supposed to do that. We know who made the stars, man. We know who made, you know, the planets. All right. That's how about Shimei we shot. So we can't go and follow these other heathens and do what they do, man. All right, you're not getting powers on the 21st. All right, you didn't.
This is Deuteronomy 6 and 14. It says, thou shalt fear the Lord thy God and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. It's talking to the Israelites. You shall not go after the other gods of the people which are round about you. So we have a God, all right, as Israel, the Most High chose the Israelites to be their power. So the Most High said, don't go after the other gods though. See, meaning these other nations, they have their gods, man. They worship the sun, they worship the moon, they worship Saturn, you know? They worship Nimrod and all that stuff, right? They have different type of deities that they serve, like Baal, okay, Chemosh, Molech, right? Okay, Chemosh and Molech, Baphomet, all these things are different gods and deities, you know, that people actually worship. And these other nations, they like Buddhism and all that stuff, Taoism and all that. That is for them, okay? The Most High is not giving them the wisdom on the right hand side to be able to come and understand these scriptures. Now the scriptures are only for the children of Israel. All right. These other nations, they're vain. All right. The Most High don't care about them. That's why he said straight up here, don't go after the gods of the other people. So they can do it, but as an Israelite, you were caught doing that. That's actually spiritual fornication. That's a spiritual like idolatry, man, adultery. That's why it goes on to say, for the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. So the Most High is jealous. And how does one even get that jealousy? It's because it's like you got a husband and then you got a wife, right? See, your husband, you know, you marry your wife and stuff like that. Now, if your wife goes and starts to become a harlot, she starts to sleep with all these other dudes, she's talking to everybody else, Well, as a husband, that's gonna make you mad. You're gonna get jealous, right? You see? So the Most High is our husband, and we are likened unto the daughter of Zion. We're likened unto that comely, delicate woman. So when we start going after these other gods, that's like us going after other type of men in the spirit, right? Other type of philosophies. When we start doing all that type of stuff like Christianity, Catholicism, and whatnot, that's like us commit adultery against Yahweh. You see, the other nations, they don't, man, they're not of Yahweh. So you yourself, man, you shouldn't be celebrating all that. Okay, the Most High is going to judge you because you are his wife. Okay.
Yeah,
you're gonna get mad at the wife really at the end of the day, man.
I had a precept. It's in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and 11. Down it says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles, there shall be a visitation, because in the creature of God they are become an abomination and stumbling block to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. So it would be a wise thing for you to celebrate Christmas. All right, it'd be unwise for you to look up at the stars, all right, at the phenomenons and worship it. All right, that's unwise. Goes on to say, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. All right, so the Lord said that the devising of idols, that's the beginning of spiritual fornication, because like the brother brought out, we was like the wife of the Most High. Now if you were to go sacrifice to other gods and deal with other gods, guess what? That's like you committed fornication, but in the spirit against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
Yep.
All right, so again, here's the Lord. He's your God, all right, as it states in Joel 2:27. He says he's your God and none else, and you can count on the power, all right? He's omnipotent, all right, does both good and evil, but here you are worshiping something that he made, you know, a creature that he told you not to worship. You know, you have the almighty power to worship, man, but you want to worship something surface level. You know, the Most High is not just surface level, man. You want to worship the things that you see, but that's because you're limited minded, man. You know, you can't be limited minded. You have to understand that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that he's vast. All right, he's mad. You can't measure out wisdom, man. So you have to worship Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and not all these other things, you know?
And that's the thing too, man. Like whenever you do celebrate these holidays, by default you're celebrating these other creations. Like I said, Christmas is Saturnalia. You're worshiping Saturn, man. You see, even though you think it's a little innocent thing, you're look, let me get this. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13:1. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of God, and could not out of the good things that are seen know him. That is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster, but deemed either fire or wind or swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world, with whose beauty if they delighted to take them to gods, let them know how much better Yahweh the Lord of them is. For the first author of beauty hath created them. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, let them understand by them how much mightier he is that made them. See? Good. So you shouldn't be esteeming all these other type of philosophies to be above the Most High God's word. See? If you are somebody who's an Israelite, but you're serving all these, you're in these other doctrines and stuff like that, or you're ignorantly celebrating a lot of these different holidays, okay, without any knowledge, well, by default, you're actually, even if you say I didn't know, you're still doing it ignorantly, man. You're still in sin. You see, Most High is gonna hold you accountable. So you know you gotta serve Yahweh and Yahweh alone. That's it. You know. You want to go to finish that Jeremiah 10? I'll go to get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it real quick. This is gonna be the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10. Okay, because this is really just getting on Christmas, really, so-called Christmas. It says, okay, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as palms, as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is there any good in them. So straight up, that's talking about Christmas.
Right.
It says, don't learn the way of the heathen because it's vain. Because they just cut a tree out the forest and then they deck it, right?
Right.
They deck it with, they got a big ass tree right here. That you can probably look at. It's got gold on, so-called gold, but it's just lights. They deck it, you know. They got that whole song, "Deck the Halls" and stuff like that. See,
which is wicked.
Yes, that's all just wickedness. And the Lord says, don't serve it, okay? Because it's not gonna do you any good except for get you destroyed. All right. It's like literally like this is the Lord straight up describing Christmas right there, man. All right. Did you have a precept?
I have one. I also want to say too.
All right.
That's why all the people over here are lining up, man.
Yeah,
you know, you can't really see the Christmas tree, but they're taking pictures over there. You know.
Yep.
I mean, it's just a tree.
That's being dismayed at the sign. That's being like pretty much dismayed at these different creations, right? Serving other idols, you know, looking at it in astonishment. I literally just read that people look at it like in awe. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a tree, man.
It's just a tree.
It's just a tree.
You know. There's many other trees. You know.
Yeah.
Well, when Esau, you know, he puts a little thing to it, then people wanna, you know, that's wickedness.
It's pretty much witchcraft, man. Esau can make anything simple. Anything that's simple, he can just turn it into like something so big that everybody wants to wander after it.
I had a precept.
It's the devil, man.
I had a precept. Here it is. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 14:27, the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. So the Lord said the worshiping of idols is the beginning and the cause and the end. All right, the beginning and the end of evil, man. So if you're worshiping idols, as you can see people are doing, they're worshiping they know not what. All right, these are the worshipers of Satan right now, man. You know, we're living in a world that is that needs Satan to run it. You know, right now as a world, the state is in, it needs Satan to be here to run it, man. This nation, this world needs wickedness to thrive off of, right? We're living in a time of darkness. So these people, what they do is they serve multitudes of idols, man, multitudes of different gods, all right? And that's why this place is thriving so well. But we know that the morning, all right, is coming. We know that the light is coming near, all right? And soon enough, all that darkness is gonna have to be put away, all right? So that's what's coming on, man.
Yeah, so I want to get this first, Maccabees 1 and 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people and all should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. So you got Antiochus, this was a Greek, okay, Edomite, and he pretty much made a proclamation in all the land that everybody should leave his laws, right? Everybody should become one people. And that's something similar you got happening here in America, right? Everybody pretty much come under one banner, right? You're an American, God loves you, whatnot. Okay, you're part of that great land now. You speak in English and everything. Well, that's how these Americans have it. And Edomites, they're known for doing this. They're known for pretty much taking everybody from their true culture, and then they want you to assimilate yourself into this big ass melting pot of lies. You see? And it says that many of the heathen agree. A lot of these heathen, they typically, I mean, they obviously agree. Because, I mean, every nation is up out here, okay, speaking you got Chinese speaking perfect English, okay? And they're English teachers and shit. They speak better English than you, all right? And it's just like, and they're pretty much Americanized, okay? You got a lot of these nations out here who are Americanized. They don't even really know their own culture. They say, F all that. I want to be an American, you see? So that's why these people get down. And also many of the Israelites consented, sacrificing to idols, profane the Sabbath. See? So a lot of you Israelites, man, you Negro Latinos and natives, you also consent to this man. All right, you also consent to these Edomites in the way of life that they present. Okay, you sacrifice unto idols. Like today, if you were celebrating Christmas, you literally sacrificed unto an idol. All right, you sacrifice to the god of Saturn, the Saturn god, right?
Yep.
The god of time and agriculture. Yep. Okay, you sacrificed to Nimrod. It was Nimrod's birthday today. All right, you were worshiping a rod. Okay. You're celebrating the so-called birth of Jesus Christ, when Christmas just really goes into, if you look into the word Christ, that's the first word of it. It obviously is supposed to mean Christ, and then Mas means death. How's it going, man?
And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and served Baalim, and they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger. All right, so again, that just goes to show you that these other nations, they have their own gods. All right, Israel, we have our God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and these other nations, they too have their own gods, man. Ammon, they have Chemosh, Moab has Molech, and so on and so forth, you know? But even nowadays, all right, because today was supposed to be Christmas, you know? Yeah. Today was supposed to be Christmas, and you have a lot of our people, they want to get down with this thing. They want to celebrate Christmas too, you know? But that's just like us coming out of Egypt, all right, serving other gods, man, bowing our heads down to other gods. So the people that do it now, you know, you're going to have to be destroyed, because the Lord, he was angry with us back in that time. So what makes you think that he's not angry with the same people who are celebrating Christmas and the traditions and the ways and getting down with this whole nation, man? You know, America, getting down with their Christmas, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to get this. Psalms chapter 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So he says, the Most High showed his word to Jacob. Yep. All right, his statutes and his judgments unto the Israelites. For these other nations, they don't know. Okay, because the Most High is not dealing with them.
Right.
All right, that's why they are vain. But the Lord says, don't learn their ways, because they don't know the ways of the Most High. Yep. They're gonna cause you to commit all this idolatry and whatnot. That's why the Most High told Solomon, or really Solomon wasn't supposed to get all those wives. Okay, mainly because, you know, these heathen women was turning his heart away from the Most High God. See? That shows you that everybody has their different gods. Right. But we have the one God, the one true God. And he's only showed his word to us. He's not dealing with everybody else, right? Right? And you can't get emotional when we tell you that. You can't get emotional when you know, you got a Hamite or Edomite and they want to come up here and you know, be peaceable with us. We're not finna be peaceable with you. Okay? Because the Bible's not gonna be, Yahweh Shai is not coming to be peaceable to you. You see? So there's no reason to feel sorry for these heathens. Because they've done wickedness to our people. Therefore, they're going to get their judgment, man. All right? They're going to get their judgment. Okay?
Yep. This is Psalms chapter 106 to 35. It says, this is talking about us. It said, but we're mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. So these different gods, man, round about us, they're snares to us, man. From us being the rulers on the earth, man, with Yahushua, these other nations and the way it's like the other nations and their ways and their gods and their idols, they're snares to us. All right, I'm gonna read it again. Verse 35 says, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. You see, and a lot of our people, they done learn the works that these modern day Americans do, modern day Babylonians, right? Which are the Americans. We done learn their works, man. We got Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas today, all right? All type of abominations, man. That's why the Lord, he's gonna destroy a lot of them, man. You know? Yeah, man. So you can't be serving these other gods, man, because these are gods. That's right. All right, you worship, you know, not what if you're doing it, man. You know.
I got a precept.
Bring it up, bro.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22.
We coming. No cap. Okay.
Y'all Israelites.
You want to see your daughter?
All out of order. We're not trying to hear that. Oh, you have a precept?
She's loud as fuck.
All right, this is Jeremiah. Since the 2/3 want to be loud and stuff, loud and shit. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children. They have not none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. So y'all 2/3, man, 2/3 of our people, man, y'all evil, man. Y'all doing all manners of evil and wickedness, man.
That's true.
Y'all wise to do evil, but to do good, y'all have no knowledge, man.
I don't know. See, it's like our people, they're just stupid, you know? They'll go and they'll coon out, you know, for the littlest things.
Man.
See, it's just our people are just foolish, man. They still in that slave mentality, that slave mindset, and they're cool with being oppressed, man. They're cool with letting the ruler, they're cool with letting, you know, Esau make decisions for them. You know, Esau, as long as he's providing my food, as long as he's providing my revenue, as long as they're paying me, well then, you know, I'm gonna be a good man. I'm gonna be a good servant. I'm gonna be a good slave. That's our people right there. Foolish, no knowledge. Okay, all they know how to do all day, man, is smoke weed.
Right.
Okay, get high.
That's not the type of mindset that you're supposed to be in.
Yeah, man. Watch. You know what I'm saying? Be a nigga, pretty much. Be a nigga. And get the biggest rims. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Play all this music when you rolling down the street and just stupidity. You know? They just into like childish stuff. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of our men, man, they can be around fucking 40, 50 years old, still act like they're 17. You see? They still be doing all that type of stuff, man. So our people are young in the mind, okay? They're foolish, they're stupid. And I'm not just putting us down, that's just how our people are. Now the elect nation of Israel, they're growing themselves up through the Spirit, man. They're gonna be the real kings. They got their mind really focused. Okay, they got their mind screwed on like it should be.
Yep.
But our other people, man, they're gone. They're destroyed. Go ahead.
Yep. This is Lamentations, chapter 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fell for our very hope, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. All right, that's our people, man. We watch for someone that cannot save us. You're looking to the wrong people, man. All right, first you go for Biden, all right, and then you go for Trump. All right, you go for the one that has better options for you, man. That's not a good thing to do. All right, because really what they're doing is they're trying to milk out the last they have left. Right, the last they have of America and their economy. They're trying to milk that out, man. They can't make any more of these bailouts. They can't make any more of these stimulus checks, man. They're already in debt. They're already like almost $30 trillion in debt.
Yeah.
All right, America's gone.
It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help the economy. It's not all. Like, look, man, the economy's finished. It's not.
Yeah, so and you have China right now. They're the ones that are gonna be basically the world superpower, man. Now you know what I mean.
Yeah, America,
they're not gonna be the next one.
China damn near owns America right now.
Yeah, yeah.
America's so much in debt. Were you gonna say that?
Yeah.
America's so much in debt that China is just now this land belongs to them. You know, at the end of the day.
And China right now, their economy is actually doing good. Right now, they're on good stance, man. China has a good. The way they are, basically, they're doing better than America. And when you look into it, man, the news articles, the news articles, you have Russia and China. They're doing forget what it's called, patrols. You know, with their airplanes. And you know, I need to furnish up on this a little bit, but they're doing patrols on their airplanes and stuff, and they're coordinating with each other to show their solidarity between the two nations, man. Because guess what? All these nations, they have a common enemy, man. You know, like in the prophecy, all right, the kings of the east, they're gonna hate the whore, man. You know, so they're gonna come up against America. All right, they all have a common. They all have a common
Enemy.
Yeah, the water. They have a common enemy, man. It's lucky. My mouth is, you know, not with me right now. You know, so Russia and China, you know, they're coordinating, man. You know, they just had a few drills, and guess what? They see Iran too. That Iran hates America.
Yeah.
You know what? Just in the past recent articles I was reading, Trump and I forget his name, Hussein or something, in Iran. I'm not very familiar with his name, but they're bucking heads right now, you know. And this is basically Trump. He's about to be out of office, you know, but they're still bucking heads, you know, because the leader from Iran, he said that Trump better not do any type of adventurous acts before he leaves, you know. That was funny to me. You know, he's gonna do something before he leaves.
That's why I like Trump a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put anybody on the pedestal. But obviously Trump, man, I like the fact that he's not scared to go to war. All right. Now that's the type of man you need in office right now.
Right.
All right. Biden's just a straight devil. He's just straight puppet. All right, he's not going to do nothing but be a puppet for these elites. So at the end of the day, that man, when he does get in office, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans voted his ass in, and you're going to get your recompense, man. See, either way it goes, America's going to go down the drain. And like I said, the economy's finished out here. Okay, you got famines on the way. Because you gotta remember prophecy, man. Prophecy tells you got famines, you got wars, you got pestilence. These things have to first happen before Yahweh Shah makes his return.